It's time for Traffic School, powered by the Advocates, and Lieutenant Crane is coming at us from on location somewhere. What up, Marvin? How's it going?
Well, I'm kind of glad today's the day I decided to come from location, because it sounds like after Halloween you had a trick-or-treat for me, and it sounds like a treat, but it was really a trick.
Yeah, Peaches showed up with this the other day. He walks into my office, and he holds up this canister, and it says, Turin Fireball Whiskey, and it has a picture of chocolates. I'm like, dude, you can't bring that to work. And then right below whiskey, it says non-alcoholic. So these are chocolates that are filled with a caramel cinnamon fireball flavored filling, and they're pretty gross. So I was like, this will be great. I'll hook up the cops with some whiskey chocolate that's not really whiskey. And I thought it would be funny to get your reaction, but I guess they're all for me.
I would have had to break it. I'd have had to let them know that you guys are breaking the violation and bringing food into the studio. Is what I'd have done.
It's true. They are sitting in the studio right next to me, but the canister is closed.
Ew.
So we're okay there. Now I'm going to try
out in the back alley.
Yeah. We got to keep it classy in here with a container that says Fireball Whiskey on it. Make my boss really happy. But anyhow, how was your week, buddy?
Man, it was pretty good. How about that weather for Halloween? I hope everybody still had a great Halloween, was safe, was able to get the candy they needed to keep their kids hopped up for the next few days.
Yeah, I had 4 trick-or-treaters. I just talked about that. I think they hit the trunk-or-treat at the church behind my neighbor's house because I could hear quite a ruckus, and then nobody came over. So next year, I'm not putting up my Halloween decorations if I get no turnout for trick-or-treaters. Now I got this pile of candy, and I don't need that in my life, even though it's delicious.
Yeah, my wife went all out. We've done the full-size candy bars this year, trying to talk more kids into coming here.
Yeah, how did you guys do? Did you get some trick-or-treaters?
We probably about average the same as you did. Not many.
I would, having been out to your place, if you were a kid and you had to walk house to house out there, that would really suck. I'd hope you're giving out full-size candy bars because,
the energy.
The full evening, I went to 4 houses. Well, listeners, it's time for you to call in and join us for Traffic School, powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. 208-535-1015 is that number to call. I was reading this story earlier, Lieutenant Crane, about a man in New York who he rescued a squirrel and turned it into a social media star. It was a squirrel named Peanut. And some other people on the internet were like, you can't have squirrels as pets in New York. So they turned him in to the authorities, and they came and raided his house and took his squirrel away. He's very upset. Are you allowed to keep squirrels as pets in Idaho?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to read the Fish and Game Code on keeping wild animals as domestic. There's some rules and regulations on that. I don't know if a squirrel falls under that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, a squirrel's not quite the same level of concern as something like, a cougar or something like
Tiger.
that. Yeah.
Liger Town.
Oh, yeah. Man, Liger Town. Now, were you an officer at the time that the Liger Town thing happened?
I was.
You were? So were you out, on location as part of that, or were you working in a different region?
I was in a different area at the time, so I didn't get involved in it, but I was in law enforcement at the time. That sure made the headlines.
Yeah, I remember that. My grandparents, they had a little bit of land in the mountains outside of Lava. And so when you hear that there's, lions and tigers on the loose, I was like, this is wild. Let's go camping. No. Just bizarre. I had no idea that there were those kind of things going on till that hit the news. No clue that somebody had a compound packed with lions, tigers, and hybrids.
Oh,
very crazy. Yeah. And now, okay, as far as keeping, what about a raccoon? Could you have a raccoon as a pet?
I wanted to go back to that a little bit, but a lion or a tiger or a hybrid, that's a man's cat right there, Victor.
Hey! Then neither one of us are men with the kind of cats we have. Though I did get my older cat a nice spiked collar. It's black and has, the metal spikes on it. He looks pretty tough.
Oh, yeah. Rocker.
The girl cat, the one I got from you, she has a collar with a little cute bow on it. So. But I think I'm going to get her one with the spikes on it, too, because they're pretty cute.
Yeah, I think you have to have a special permit in Idaho to have a raccoon, a fox, or a coyote, or any kind of wild animal like that as a domestic animal. You have to have it permit and then let them be known what you have and where it's at.
All right. So outside of Ligertown, have you ever personally, had to respond or in the course of doing, your job, encounter somebody with some kind of insane pet?
No, not insane pets. We've had a couple times where individuals that have private elk ranches that got out, we've had to go help round those up and do things that way. But no real insane pets like that have got loose from a compound. Okay.
Now, private elk ranch, is that like a place where, people are just raising elk and they graze free? Or is that like, where Joe Rogan, goes and hunts and is like, yeah, I'm a hunter?
Yeah, that's what most of those are for raising big trophy elk for elk hunts, yeah.
Okay, all right. Looks like Peaches is going to join us here. Peaches, do you have a question for Lieutenant Crane about the law?
Yeah, if enough people complain about a certain roundabout, can that do anything?
I think we just make a road right over the top of it, yeah.
Because there's a new roundabout in Ammon that people are saying that it was ordered off of Temu. That's just horrible to look at, and as you know, roundabouts around here, still confusing for a lot of people.
Now, yeah, I haven't seen this particular roundabout. I wonder what intersection it's at so I could go scope it.
It's on Life in Idaho Falls. Somebody complained about it. Not Life in Idaho Falls, parentheses, Southeast Idaho. No, just the other Life in Idaho Falls group that for some reason exists.
Okay, I don't know if I'm a member of the other group, but I'll have to, let's see if we can pull it up here, determine what intersection it is. Oh, yeah, there is a just plain Life in Idaho Falls group, and it has a lot of people in there. All right, come on, listeners, join us, 208-535-1015, the number to call for Traffic School, powered by the Advocates.
I wonder if the post got deleted because the guy was getting a lot of, actually, no, he wasn't getting a lot of hate. I think he was getting a lot of laugh reacts to it, so I'm assuming it would still be up.
Yeah, it looks like this one's just a bunch of people begging people to come trick or treat at their house. They're like, here's my address. I have tons of candy. Come on.
The other one's the negative group. They're like, oh, I only had 2 trick or treaters compared to how I used to have 100. Stop with the trunk or treats and all this stuff.
Yeah, well, at least they weren't fighting about politics for once. All right, let's go to the phones. K-Bear, you are live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Who's this? Hello? Go figure.
We got mute mic.
Get a call from somebody and their phone's broken.
Hello?
Hey, if you're on like Bluetooth or something, pull over to the side of the road.
He's calling in via can and string.
Put your phone on like regular mode.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'll tell you whatever I want to. I'm in charge around here. All right, we did hear you say that. So what's up? Who's this?
This is Victor Crane.
Victor Crane, what's going on, man?
So me and my wife are actually talking about said roundabout. It's over by Hillcrest High School, by the way. But all the roundabouts have walls in them. People seem to hit them, so why not make them flat anyway?
They have walls?
Yeah, like if they have curbs.
Oh,
and so if
curb.
you get too close to the roundabout, then you're going to bounce off of it.
Yeah,
there's a roundabout right down the road from Costco.
Yeah. Now that
kind of out Bonneville High School is. They got like that pretty flower bed. Well, it was pretty, but people like to run over it.
They're trying to make their way to Costco. They have to go get the screaming deals.
Yeah, they might not want to put decorative stuff in the middle of roundabouts around here.
We put spikes. So that way, if somebody bumps into it,
but then they're stuck in the middle of the roundabout and clogging it up.
So we can laugh at it. We can laugh at them.
People would just be, brutalizing those people in the Life in Idaho Falls group.
Well, this new roundabout is absolutely just flat, like he's mentioned there, and somebody with like a giant lifted truck is going to go right over it if they really wanted to.
All right, I'll go give it a whirl.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I would love to see that. That'd be great for our YouTube channel, KBR 101 RMG.
All right, man. So you're familiar with this roundabout. Any other questions or observations for the show today?
Other than you guys are doing great, absolutely not.
All right. Well, thank you for calling and participating. Hopefully the rest of those listening will take a page out of your book and give us a call at 208-535-1015. Thanks, man.
Later.
Peace.
I want to ask Lieutenant Crane another question about unruly trick-or-treaters. Does he ever get calls about those and have to show up to the house?
Yeah. What you got, Lieutenant Crane?
The best memory I have of that, I was working for a city agency one time, and I got some kids that were egging houses, and there was like 18 of them.
Oh, jeez.
So how in the world they didn't all just run, and I only end up with one, but I end up kind of telling them, hey, I know each one of you, stop where you're at. So they do it, and so they walk over, and I said, listen, I know all you guys, I know your parents, we're all going to walk to the sheriff's office single file. We're about 8 blocks away, and we're going to get there and call your parents. And they did. All of them walked single file to the sheriff's office. We called parents, had them come and get them. The kids had to go clean eggs off houses the next couple of days. But I thought, how lucky was I that they didn't just fan out?
Well, yeah. I was going to ask, what region did this take place in? What city?
St. Anthony.
St. Anthony.
Oh, that's good kids.
Yeah. So, I would guess if that was in Pocatello, those kids know how to scatter when the cops show up at a party. Burley, for sure. They would have bolted in all directions.
They would have thrown eggs at Lieutenant Crane.
Probably.
Take that.
You might have got lucky and got one of them, but yeah, they're well behaved in St. Anthony. Speaking of people misbehaving, I am seeing a number of just hilarious videos pop up from people losing their minds at the election polls. Because you can't do what they call electioneering. You can't show up and advertise for a particular candidate.
Not within so many feet of the polling.
Yeah, so people are walking in wearing T-shirts or hats or things like that. And, the people working the polls are like, hey, you can't wear that here. And I saw one where, a fist fight broke out because of this. There was another where a woman ripped her shirt off and voted in her bra. Any advice for people around here, or is it, is this a problem we have? I've been trying to encourage people to be rational with the election coming up on Tuesday, and it seems like day by day it's getting a little bit more and more unhinged out there. Any advice for people on just treating the poll workers nicely?
Well, and that's the thing, right? Those poll workers, they're volunteers. They're doing that out of the goodness of their own hearts. So think about that. It's kind of like the referee at a sporting event. He's not making any friends. He's just doing the best. He or she is just doing the best they can. And so if you don't think they're doing a great job next year, you can volunteer and do it better if you think that's the case. But we really do have a really good group of people around here that know that, the way to settle that's by your vote through your voting opportunities. And so take that opportunity, go out and vote for the candidate of your choice. But realize that the person that's taking your vote does not, have a sway in how the election is going to turn out either way. They're just a volunteer.
And it would probably be, I would think, embarrassing if you got hauled off to jail for getting into a fight at the polls. You're going to end up in the news. And in this day and age, potentially national news, like
the lady with the bra.
Lady with the bra. Everybody saw that. The guy, who chucked his hat and then poked a poll worker in the face and she punched him. You don't want to go viral for that.
If you're getting beat up by a polling place worker, that's sad.
But I do think it's important for everybody to go out and let their voice be heard through their vote.
Absolutely. Today is the final day of early voting.
Yeah, I'm going.
You're going to go down and vote, Peaches?
During my lunch break, I'm going to head over to the office and do so.
Yeah, early voting was great. It was fast. They have a lot of different, booths open for people to vote in. It was quick and easy. Everyone was really friendly. it was nice to just kind of get her done. So if you know exactly how you're going to vote, you're not, still trying to decide, you could get it out of the way, and that'll make things easier for the election workers on Tuesday. So
absolutely.
All right. Are you guys ramping up the number of employees that are on the clock, Wednesday morning, Lieutenant Crane?
Not necessarily Wednesday morning, but we do have a couple things in place ready to go just in case.
All right. Well, hopefully East Idaho can set a good example and not be complete lunatics. No matter what direction things go, it's not going to be the end of the world. So just try to stay calm, everybody. Don't be like the people who, their favorite baseball team wins the World Series and they go blow their hand off with a firework like I saw in the news today.
Isn't that great?
Oh.
Yeah. Fireworks, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
They set a bus on fire, too, in downtown L.A.
Why?
12 people got arrested.
Woo! We're so happy!
And it's
Let's
funny.
burn it to the ground!
The biggest named player on the Dodgers is Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
And he's from Japan. Nobody in Japan was going absolutely nuts. It's only downtown LA that, woohoo! The parade's tomorrow. My dad already bought a ticket, so I'll have to ask him if he sees any crazy things going on.
Yeah, I was going to say, is he showing up in a bubble? I don't know if I'd want to go to that parade.
He did say he was packing a Molotov cocktail.
All right. Again, the number to call, 208-535-1015 for Traffic School, powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. All right. There was something else dumb I was going to ask you about, Lieutenant Crane, and you know me.
You have no dumb questions.
I thought they were all dumb questions.
We definitely should have a notepad on the computer just to keep stories going, to ask questions about.
Yeah, I mean, I usually do, and I don't know why I haven't been keeping one for a while now, but usually our listeners are participating in the show. Oh, sorry. That's not a good way to get people to call.
It's the National Hangover Day from candy.
Oh, that's what it is. They're all too busy stuffing their face with all of their children's candy.
Well, no, they stuffed their face last night. They're now just sleeping in.
Dude, but candy for breakfast the day after Thanksgiving, that's the best.
I did have those Wiley Wallaby licorice bits this morning.
Yeah, I thought about grabbing a handful of the candy I had left over, but I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I trick-or-treated at your house last night.
You did. You donated a can of chili. It was very nice. All right. K-Bear, you are live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. Who's this?
This is Damien, and I was just wondering what the traffic laws were for e-bikes.
All right. E-bikes, Lieutenant Crane, what you got?
And so there's such a variety of e-bikes. Which ones are we talking about?
It'd be a pedal-assisted e-bike that goes no more than 28 miles an hour under pedal assist.
Okay, so that would fall under the same as a regular pedal bike. What you do is if you're going to ride it as a vehicle, you got to follow all the rules of the road as a vehicle. So you got to use your hand, or not your hand, but your arm, your left arm as a turn signal, stop sign, and all that stuff. You have to maintain the lanes of travel that you would in a car and do those things. You got to be really brave if you're going to ride on that on some of the main roads in the area. But if you use it on the bike paths or sidewalks, you just need to be cautious and courteous to others and know that you yield to pedestrians.
Oh, of course. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely, man. Great question. Hope you have a good weekend, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
208-535-1015, the number to call for Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. Peaches, what you got?
If Lieutenant Crane pulls you over for whatever reason, and you in your cup holder have that canister right there of fireball whiskey infused chocolates, would you get in trouble for that?
Okay. I mean, we've talked about non-alcoholic beer on the show. What about non-alcoholic whiskey chocolate, Lieutenant Crane? Legal?
I know this is going to come as a surprise, but as far as having an alcoholic beverage in the vehicle as the driver, and we see it's non-alcoholic, probably not going to get cited for that. But I know this is odd. People have put alcoholic beverages in non-alcoholic containers before.
What?
So if our investigation shows that you are under the influence and you've switched that out, yes, you would end up with a citation for open container and also probably a DUI.
It's non-alcoholic, officer. What's the problem? K-Bear, you're live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. Who's this?
Hey, it's Zach. How's it going?
Zach, doing great, man. What's up?
So, speaking of e-bikes and then bicycles in general that want to ride out with traffic, don't they need to go the same speed limit?
Okay, good question.
They're not. We don't have a minimum speed limit, but they can't be on a road over 45 miles an hour. And so, we just need to be cautious with that because obviously, a pedal, no assist, you're going to have to really pedal to be at the speed limit the whole time. So, we have to be cautious as drivers that if they're using the roadways as they are a vehicle, then we have to, give them the same courtesy we would anybody. But yeah, if you're not being able to keep up with traffic and you're becoming a hindrance or a danger to the flow of traffic, it's probably best if you get into a bike lane or on the sidewalk.
All right, so we should just kick all the bicycles off the road then.
You and Victor know each other.
Well, thankfully, we are entering into the bicycle-free time of year.
Mosquito-free and bicycle-free. Pest-free overall.
Pest-free time of year. So,
Very true.
At least for the next number of months, unless you're a complete psychopath, you're not going to be out on the roads on a bicycle. So yeah.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Hey, you too, man. Thanks for the call.
So after the show today, I was going to go for a pedal bike ride.
Were you?
Well,
Sounds like a
Lieutenant
great
Crane is
day.
a lunatic. He's a, crazy guy.
I accidentally just hung up on somebody.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that.
I saw your face.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you do?
If this is the person I hung up on, sorry. You're live on Traffic School.
You're good. This is Jonathan. My phone wasn't connecting for some reason, but
Oh, then it probably was someone else I hung up on.
Oops.
So I got two questions not related to each other. So the first is, if you are a pedestrian or if there are pedestrians on a sidewalk, and like in Rexburg, there are some parts where they're on a sidewalk, and then there isn't a sidewalk anymore, are they allowed to go like either next to the bike lane or in the bike lane to walk, and then are they required to go back on the sidewalk?
That's a great point. So if they do need to walk in those areas, and I believe I know where you're talking about, they need to definitely make sure they're walking off the shoulder, off the white fog line, so they're not in traffic or being a hazard for traffic. And if they are on the bike path, just like a car, stay to the right-hand side, going with the flow, and then back on the sidewalk as soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah, because me and my wife did that the other night, and it was dark out, so we just had our phone flashlight as well. To, like, anytime we saw a car, I would, point it at them, because, to show them that we're there, because I don't know if at night you're supposed to have, like the bikes do, or that they're required to do, like, with the flashing lights. Because if there's not a sidewalk, you're having to walk on the road.
Okay.
Do what?
A reflective light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was just using my phone.
Yeah. And you're going to be fine with that. You want to be the one that's cautious, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then second question is, I drive out to towards what is it? Arco? Yeah. I drive out towards Arco almost
quite
daily.
Often, it sounds like.
Yeah. And a lot, like every single day, in the morning and night, I'm in a work truck, and I go the speed limit, and every single day, morning and night, when the workers get off, they always speed and they pass. So I don't know if there's like any way to regulate that better. Like, I understand you want to get home and it's a long drive, but some of those roads out there, there'll be the dotted lines where you can pass, and you can't see around the hill, but it says you can pass there.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought this up because I want to educate the public on what we got going with the INEEL, and that is this. They give us overtime funds to bring troopers out on their days off and work what we would call the prime time travel. And so that's morning commute traffic and evening commute traffic. What has happened is there was our contract had expired, and we were working on getting that renewed, and we just got that done, and we just started our patrols out there again last week. So what happens, you never know when it's going to happen, but when a trooper's available and wants to work an overtime shift, they can go out there and work that commute traffic for overtime monies and enforce that. And so you're going to be seeing more troopers out there working that. And so be aware of that. If you're driving that section of roadway too, you're going to want to slow down, because if not, you're going to be getting issued a citation.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, I know y'all are hiring. If there ever does come to a point when your workforce is filled, is it going to be possible that there's going to be a designated, trooper out there during the week?
That's exactly right. Yeah, we have a residency out there. Unfortunately, right now we don't have anybody living in it. We're trying to, what we're actually going to do is work on helping with the assistance of a home, so that it's more desirable for somebody to want to live out there. And so we're working on that. As soon as we can get somebody out there, you'll see the presence more often. But like I say, we are paying overtime, just got that contract signed with them. And I know that I've put about 5 or 6 of those shifts on the schedule. So you're going to be seeing more patrol out there.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I understand that it's hard to kind of regulate speed out there, because if you're just posted in one spot, and people see you, then they're all going to slow down, and then as soon as they get, so far away, they're going to speed back up again.
Do people do that?
Never.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's always nice to be able to send 2 cars out, right?
Oh, that's another question. So what's the I guess, law on either state troopers or sheriffs or police whenever they're posted in a spot, on the roadway? Do they have to be posted in a specific spot, like that cars can see them? Or are they allowed to, kind of, I guess, hide, like behind a hill or something?
Yeah.
Trust me, they're able to hide.
There's no law that says where we need to be parked. But what you don't want to do is get in an opportunity where they can say it's an entrapment, right? So you don't want to be parked hidden in the bushes behind a 35-mile-an-hour sign that just comes out of a 70-mile-an-hour zone and be writing people right there, So you can park, but yeah, that's a great question.
All right,
and
man.
Then I have one more question.
This other person who's been calling so patient. No, it's fine, though. It's fine. You got on the line first, so you're all good to go, man. We don't mind.
Okay, so last question is, whenever, especially coming from Arco, and you go left by Reed's Dairy to go onto the interstate over the bridge, a lot of times, I know the speed cuts down really quick or I guess coming towards Arco on the bridge, but the speed cuts down really quick. And so I was wondering if there is a posted trooper, whoever, and you have your cruise control on, and the speed limit isn't until over the hill that you can see it. Are they, and like, let's say it goes from the 70 to the 55, and you're coming down with your cruise and you see the sign and then you put it, then you slow down. Are they, like, how long would they give you to pull you until they pull you over to reduce your speed?
That's discretion by the officer, but the speed limit is a speed limit at the posting of the sign.
Yeah, so you need to be down to the speed by the time you hit the sign, according to the law.
Okay. And is that the same for accelerating to the speed?
That's correct. It's not that speed limit until you get to the sign.
Yep. So you can't speed up. If you're going from a 55 to a 75, if you down the road or like, oh, there's a 75, can't hit the gas.
Okay.
All right, man.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate you listening and all the questions. Hope you have a good one.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Peace.
All right, peace.
K-Bear, you're live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. Is this the person I hung up on?
No, you didn't hang up on me, but we're good.
Okay.
Would you like him to?
That person must have bailed and been like, I hate his guts now. I'm never calling again.
Yeah, well, I'm a little more patient than that. But
Well, thank you.
so the one question I do have is, what is the difference between a DUI and a DWI?
Nothing. It's just the way it's written in the code. So in Idaho, our code says DUI, which is driving under the influence. DWI is written to say driving while intoxicated.
Okay, so they're really, it doesn't
Just
matter what it
verbiage.
is. It's
Yeah,
Okay.
just verbiage. And in that code, it's going to say under anything that impairs the driver's ability to operate a motor vehicle safely.
okay. Well, that's cool. I've just seen the two references. I'm like, I don't know what the difference is, but that's
Yeah,
good to know that
just-
it doesn't matter here.
Hey, good
So,
question.
yeah, your guys' discussion about non-alcoholic chocolate made me think of that. So,
Gotcha. Yeah,
so way to go, Victor.
I did my best to get a buzz off these chocolates, and they just don't do anything.
Yeah, yeah, I won't say anymore.
I mean, how can you call something Fireball whiskey chocolate and it doesn't have that in it?
Yeah, I
Does it
don't
burn a little?
understand that either. That's why I gave up on the non-alcoholic stuff. But
Yeah,
luckily, I don't eat them while driving either.
yeah. I mean, the main problem with these is that they taste kind of nasty. They taste like chocolate with, cinnamon liquor in them, and cinnamon liquor is disgusting. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like drinking non-alcoholic beer. I don't understand that, but to each their own.
Yeah, if you're into it, that's cool. I just thought it was these were extra weird, but
Well, good to know. I won't buy any then. So,
yeah.
all right, well, that's all I had.
I mean, if you love the taste of cinnamon liquor and chocolate, you'd probably like them. But I only like chocolate. So
Yeah. So the Fireball, not so much.
yeah, no.
Awesome. Well, that's what I had. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thanks, man. Have a good one. Peace. K-Bear, you're live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Who's this?
Victor Crane again.
All right, Victor Crane, what's up, man?
So I did have a question, actually. I seen a trooper the other day. He drives a Tahoe, and his taillight's out. How do you address him and tell him without getting a gun pulled on you?
You can call Star ISP, which is star 477, and just report to the dispatch that, hey, your unit number this has got a tail light out.
Yeah, pretty easy, man.
That's pretty simple.
Yep, and I'm sure they'd appreciate it because,
Oh, we'd love that. Yep.
yeah. Otherwise, they get the people posting on the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group. Yeah, I saw a cop driving around with no taillights. How come they're always messing with me? Something like that.
Right on, thanks.
Hey, thanks, man. You have a good one.
You too, bye.
Peace. Now, Lieutenant Crane. Oh, hold on. We got one more caller. K-Bear, you're live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. Who's this?
This is James.
James, what's up, man?
Hey, I wanted to see if you was going to play that violent song.
I didn't have time to get a copy of that, nor review the content on it. The caller had a song suggestion for me. What was it about? Officer Friendly?
Officer Nice.
Officer Nice. And I don't know if that is an actual nice song or not.
It's a pretty good song. California metal band.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the band. And also since Lieutenant Crane's on the phone, I'd want to play it for him in the studio, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
I'm reading the lyrics right now. I would have to edit parts of it, and I don't know. I'll show it to Lieutenant Crane when he comes in next week.
All right, man.
All right, thanks, man. Peace.
Thanks. Okay, late.
Now we've got everybody calling Lieutenant Crane, and why don't they do this at the beginning? It's, I know you're a busy man. You got things going on.
Taunting you.
Hey, thanks for taking your sweet time. You're live on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates. Who's this?
This is Randy.
Randy, what's up, man?
Hey, I just had a question for Captain Crane.
Captain Crane. That's a new one.
Absolutely. I like that.
I'm sorry. But, yeah, I'm always driving around, like share the road with bicycles and stuff like that. And don't they have to, like, obey all the traffic laws, same as a vehicle, along with stop signs and traffic lights?
They do, but I'll tell you what, if you get off the line and talk to Victor privately, he's going to tell you how much they do not obey the law.
Yeah, they do not. I see them blow through four-way stop signs all the time.
Whoa, shame.
Yeah, and I'm just going like, well, there's nobody around to catch them at it, but, you know, they're supposed to just obey it, but they never do.
So much for the On Your Honor program, huh?
Yeah, messed up, man, messed up.
Yeah.
I guess that's when you call Star ISP and be a little bit of a snitch.
Yeah, but how do you report it? Oh, the guy wearing the spandex with the red shirt. But that's all my question was, you know.
Well, appreciate it, Randy, and I hope you have a great weekend, man.
Okay, you too. Thank you, sir.
Peace.
Okay, peace.
All right, Lieutenant Crane, before we end the show, I would like a big pat on the back because...
Of course you would.
Because I did not hang up on you even one time.
Oh, yes, you are doing so good.
I told you I could do the dispatch job. I told you. I've been trying for years. I've finally reached the pinnacle of my running the phone skills. So
you are at the top of your game.
So yes. I just wanted to let everybody know I'm killing it today. Killing it. So, well, Lieutenant Crane, you have a great weekend. The listener called you Captain. How many, is Captain the like next rank from where you're at, or how does that work? What are the rankings of state police?
It is the next ranking up, and what happens? We have our governor. He's the head of our agency. And then we have our director or colonel. You can call him either. And then under that, we have a major, captain, lieutenant, sergeant, corporal, trooper.
Okay. So one of these days, Marvin for governor. Yeah.
I think I promoted way past my skill set a long time ago.
All right. Because I was going to say, I'd actually vote for you. So...
One vote.
One vote.
And the results were Marvin Crane got one vote.
Maybe I wrote you in for something since I already did my early voting. All right. Well, thank you, Marvin, for taking part as always. Thank you to all the callers, and thank you to the advocates for sponsoring and powering Traffic School every Friday morning at 8:45. And we'll be back in a few with more tasty jams. It's K-Bear 101. Traffic School is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To get more info on the show or to contact us, hit up our website, riverbendmediagroup.com.